For you guys today. I want you to look at 3 trends right here and tell me which trend is the best buy, the highest percentage trade for a long position. A, B, or C. If you don't know, watch to the end of this video. I'm going to break it all down. So let's just the trend. In general, we want to be buying into uptrends on long positions. Is an uptrend, right? We're making higher highs and higher lows for the most part. There's also an uptrend, making higher highs and higher lows. Trend C is, you guessed it, trend, making lower lows and lower highs as we go. The next thing, guys, that we want to do when we're looking at charts is establish support and resistance levels. So for trend A, guys, we have a resistance here at the peak and broken resistance, right? We have not yet broken through that resistance. For trend B, we have the same resistance, except that resistance is broken. That is a resistance. And then for trend C, we have a couple different supports and resistances that remain unbroken. There are still gaps to fill on both sides, so we have unbroken resistances. Our thing, guys, that we want to look for after we establish the resistances and supports are buyer and seller pressure. So what does that mean? Buyer and seller pressure is the only thing that moves the stock. Buyer and seller pressure is supply and demand moving into the market and changing the price of a stock. So, guys, we have a lot of seller pressure because last time we approached this resistance level, we got rejected. Pressure for A. B, we have a lot of buyer pressure. And the reason for that is that we were already boosted above that seller pressure that occurs at the resistance here. So every time there's a resistance, there's going to be seller pressure approaching the resistance and buyer pressure moving through the resistance. In trend, guys, trend B doesn't really have much pressure either way. It's just a straight downtrend. There's no real lines to look at. There's a gap to be filled on both sides, and it's probably 50-50 on which way this one would go. So that's a no buy. So guys, guess already, buying is B. Into uptrends with buyer pressure after resistances are broken, not before. Hopefully this was helpful. This is the basic premise behind a momentum trade, the exact fibers of what you need to be studying if you want to be a momentum trader. This is it right here, guys.